Prince Andrew has been spotted in public for the first time following his connections to the alleged Chinese spy were made public. Prince Andrew has been pictured for the first time after his connections to an alleged Chinese spy, who has been barred from entering the UK over national security risks, came to light. Dressed casually and behind the wheel, the Duke of York was spotted driving his Range Rover in central London on the Windsor estate. The alleged spy, known only as H6, was first excluded from entering Britain in 2023 by then Home Secretary Suella Braverman after the Home Office said he was considered to have engaged in covert and deceptive activity on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The case has been thrust back into the limelight after H6 argued his exclusion from the UK was unlawful and appealed to the Special Immigration Appeals Commission, SIAC. Last week, the Specialist Tribunal in London upheld the ban and ruled that Ms. Braverman had been entitled to conclude that he represented a risk to the national security. It is not known precisely when the Duke and H6 met, but a statement released by Prince Andrew on Friday said the pair met through official channels. Prince Andrew, 64, ceased all contact with the businessman after the government raised concerns. A statement from the Duke of York's office stated, "The Duke of York followed advice from HMG, His Majesty's government, and ceased all contact with the individual after concerns were raised." The Duke met the individual through official channels, with nothing of a sensitive nature ever discussed. He is unable to comment further on matters relating to national security. According to the Sunday Times, H6 visited Buckingham Palace twice as the Duke's guest and attended events at St James's Palace and Windsor Palace. H6 also claims to have met former Prime Minister David Cameron at a Downing Street reception and Theresa May at a black tie event. Commenting on allegations that the Chinese spy became close to the Duke of York, former Security Minister Tom Tugendhat told BBC Breakfast, "I can understand why it's been about Prince Andrew, but it's not really about Prince Andrew. It's about the way the Chinese Communist Party is seeking to exert influence here in the United Kingdom." He showed concern over the reach of the United Front Work Department, an arm of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, which H6 is believed to have been associated with. He said, "They're trying to influence individuals not just in the royal family but in academia, in politics, in business and even sometimes in journalism." Meanwhile, H6 is contesting the decision and has been granted temporary anonymity while the High Court considers whether his identity should be made public. The alleged targeting by an alleged Chinese influence operation is the latest controversy for Prince Andrew, who is no longer a working royal. Andrew has been scrutinized since he resigned as a working royal and gave up his HRH titles in 2019 after his disastrous Newsnight interview with presenter Emily Maitlis. The prince's popularity plummeted following the BBC interview where he discussed his association with the late convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. It also follows the scrutiny of Prince Andrew's finances earlier this year when King Charles withdrew his financial support for his brother and the costs of running his home, the Royal Lodge in Windsor, with a security bill costing several £1 million yearly. Prince Andrew still attends family events and ceremonial occasions. Still, there have been reports Prince Andrew is being encouraged to keep a low profile this Christmas and at Sandringham in Norfolk next week.